The governor of Edo State has increased the minimum wage to 70,000 naira. That's a conversation we're going to be looking at, not just as our top story, but also when we head to the streets of social media to see what Nigerians are saying. The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has approved the new minimum wage for civil servants in the state from 40,000 naira to 70,000 naira with effect from May 1st, 2024. The governor revealed this while commissioning the new labor house in Edo State on Monday, stating that it was due to the recent exchange rate devaluation, economic realities, high food prices, inflation, and willingness to get people to work better.
The governor, while justifying the increment, emphasized that the government and governance are about our people of Edo State, adding that no government can claim to be doing well if its people are in penury and unhappy. And we, of course, will take a look at this this morning and x-ray the reactions to this in what Nigerians are saying.
All right. Before we're going to have our guest joining us shortly and talking about this. I mean, there have been several reactions to this. There are people who are in support of it, and there's those who are against it. But we have Odion Olaye, who's the chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, joining us this morning to share his thoughts. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Is the Nigerian Labour Congress impressed with the move in Edo State of the increment of the minimum wage from 40,000 to 70,000 naira?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. The Nigeria Labour Congress, we are very, very much excited. The workers of Edo State, they are very, very much excited. Since yesterday, the workers of Edo State have been praying for Mr. Governor Godwin Obaseki for being their friend, for doing so well for the workers of Edo State. We are delighted.
Okay, some of the reactions, however, that I've seen on social media, which I'll be taking much later or very soon, they have not been very pleasant. There are many people who feel that this is some sort of publicity stunt so that the current administration can rally votes in support of his quote-unquote anointed candidate, according to how they refer to Aswa Ighodalo. So what do you say to those who say that this is some form of electoral publicity stunt, that it could have been done at any time, and why is he doing it at this time?
Well, to me, he didn't come to play politics with us. And I don't think he do it so that the workers of Edo State can vote for Aswa Ighodalo. But I want to say one thing. To whom much is given and much is expected. And if the workers of Edo State decide to vote for Godwin Obaseki party for what he has been doing for the workers of Edo State, I don't think it's bad. I want to let you know, Edo State is the only state receiving 40,000 naira minimum wage since 1st May 2022. And I also want to tell you, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, released 200 million every month to pay the backlog of pensioner gratuity. And I also want to let you know that Godwin Obaseki increased teachers' retirement, not quite long, from 60 years of age to 65 years of age, 35 years of service to 40 years of service. And I also want to let you know that the pensioners in Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, register all of them for health insurance scheme. And look at just yesterday, you see the befitting edifice he built for the organized labor in Edo State. At that same time, because he has the worker at heart, he also increased the minimum wage from 40,000 naira to 70,000 naira.
Mr. Olaye,
So in the
kindly
workers
hold
of
on.
Edo State,
Mr. Alaye, kindly hold on. We'll be with you again in just a minute. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll have you continue your thoughts, and then also speak on other things. Welcome back. We're still speaking with Odion Olaye, who's, of course, representing the labor union in Edo State, on, of course, Godwin Obaseki and his 70,000 naira minimum wage that had just been announced. But, Mr. Olaye, kindly go on with your thoughts. But I also want to throw in, the points that while Edo State claims to be paying 40,000 naira minimum wage and, of course, increasing now to 70,000 naira minimum wage, it's is one of the states that has taken loans and is in billions of naira in loans, or in debt rather, in order to seemingly afford this minimum wage. It's not the only state, but it's one of those states. And so if the state cannot fund its 40,000 naira minimum wage without having to take loans, how is it going to fund 70,000 naira minimum wage? And doesn't that, disturb you that Godwin Obaseki might leave the state indebted for whoever else to continue paying those loans simply because he wants to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage?
Well, Godwin Obaseki, I knew, the governor of Edo State. I knew before he come out to said he want to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage. He didn't rely on borrowing money. The reason is this. When Godwin Obaseki was the chairman of economic committee of Adams Ali Oshomole, he was the one who worked out the modality that made Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole to pay 25,000 naira minimum wage for those state workers when other states were paying 18,000 naira. And Oshomole succeeded that as a governor from the advice and the working formula of Godwin Obaseki as chairman of economic committee. And since he started paying 40,000 naira to those state workers, well, as a labor leader, as the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress Edo State, we also have our way of investigating things like that. We have not heard that he has gone to borrow money because of minimum wage.
No, but he has been borrowing. If you look at from CBN statistics, the states that have borrowed the most to pay salaries 2015 to 2024, Edo State is on that list. It's number 6 on the list. Imo State is the highest. Kogi, Kano, Oyo, Oshun, Edo State, Benue, Ondo, Kaduna, and Abia. It's about 15.76 billion naira as at the last time that it was checked. And of course, there's also, asides, just payments of salaries, the state is, heavily indebted, to more than 100 billion naira. The point is, in the time that Godwin Obaseki has been in office, he has not been able to make Edo State, to some extent, self-sufficient enough to even pay its own salaries. So is this, isn't this something that should be, a red flag, before we celebrate the fact that he needs to now, or he's trying to improve on, minimum wage of 70,000 naira? Mr. Olaye, can you hear me?
If Godwin Obaseki, network.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Godwin Obaseki as a governor of Edo State, the money you are just talking about, I don't know if you borrow it because of a salary, and then now you are bringing to my notice. We as a labor, we will investigate. That is one. Two, if the governor feel for Edo State workers, I don't want them to be unpaid. They should be able to take care of themselves and their family. And he do so. It's not a bad one. And I knew Godwin Obaseki, he will be able to offset this debt before he leave. Yes, I know he has nothing less than 6-7 months before he go, but he will do something better in offsetting the debts before he leave.
All right, we'll see. Thank you very much, Odion Olaye, for joining us this morning. Congratulations to Labour, and of course for your new house in Edo State built by the governor. And I hope that we can get to speak with you again soon. Thanks for stopping by.